Hey guys, Shot Video here. Got a really quick video to do on a friend's M&P Shield. This is the Performance Center. It's a 2.0. Now, the reason why this looks a little different is because I'm back home to visit with family, and I went out and shot with a friend, and this is his pistol. Now, I haven't been able to shoot it before. He's owned it for about 3 years now. The red dot had to be replaced entirely, and actually, Smith & Wesson is the one that sent us the new red dot. Crimson Trace basically was AWOL and would not answer emails. So Smith & Wesson, shout out to them. I'm pretty sure they're the ones that ended up coming through on a replacement red dot. So what is this? This is a concealed carry type handgun. It is a single stack, so you're definitely at a disadvantage compared to the M&P Shield Plus that is out now. This, I want to say, came out like 6+ years ago, I want to say, so it is pretty old, so you don't have the double stack feature. It is really thin though, so some people do like that, but the double stack versions aren't much thicker, so I would go double stack all the way. The magazines that it comes with one 7-round magazine and one 8-round magazine, and the 8-round magazine is definitely the way to go because it's got a little base plate for it, so I can get all my fingers on there. With the 7-rounder, I don't have big hands at all. I have average, if not small. I mean, I wear a medium glove, so probably average, and my pinky barely is on there. It's actually partially hanging off, so definitely the 8-rounder is the way to go. I recommended him to get some extra mags. He never did. Whether or not he will remains to be seen. If I were him, I would, because I'd carry a spare mag basically in your car, like in your glove box, because this is his carry gun, so it's nice to have a spare in the glove box. If you go into an establishment and want to carry this with you, you can take the spare mag and put it in a pocket so that you have a spare mag if you have to reload in a self-defense scenario. This is the Performance Center version, so what that means is basically it has the upgraded sights, so they are fiber optic. The back ones are red, the front one is green, and then also is a slide cut for a red dot, and this one in particular is the Crimson Trace. Crimson Chin, red dot on here. I'm just kidding, Crimson Trace. It's kind of a crappy red dot. I mean, the one that was on here was broken. The tab that actually connects and passes power from the battery to the red dot straight up broke off, and it took a couple months to actually get a replacement. And it is plastic. The whole unit is plastic. You don't have brightness adjustments either. You can adjust the dot. You know, it is adjustable, but there is no brightness adjustments. So it's kind of one brightness. So it's a very cheap red dot. Not the best in my opinion. I would have recommended a different pistol if he would have asked me, you know, should I buy this? I probably would have said, eh. But he didn't pay all that much for it. I believe he bought it used at a pawn shop he used to work at. So I want to say he spent less than $400 on it. I don't know the exact number. So the barrel on here is actually ported. So that is a pretty cool feature. So you can see the ported barrel there on both sides. It has ports, and they coincide with the slide cuts there. So when it fires, you have some gas directing up to reduce recoil. There's not a whole lot. I mean, the cuts aren't that big. Some barrels have a lot. These just have those two cuts that are almost like a what do they call it? A sprinkle shape, almost. And while I'm close, I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like. The finish on the slide is amazing. Smith & Wesson always has good finishes. I want to say it's blued, but it might be nitrided or PVD. I'm not 100% sure, guys, because I'm kind of throwing this together. I don't know much about this, but the slides on M&Ps are very, very good quality. Like, there's no scratches on this whatsoever. It is an immaculate shape. And a polymer frame, of course, with a standard magazine catch, which can be reversed if you're a lefty, but it is only on one side. Slide lock here. Drop it. Very strong spring in there. I want to say the barrel on here is like 4 inches. I don't think it's any longer than that. I want to say it's 4 inches. It is ported, so you might lose velocity, although they're kind of small ports. There's not that many of them, so I would say it probably doesn't see a whole lot of velocity drop. Trigger is actually pretty decent. I would say it's probably 4 pounds. It's actually a pretty decent trigger. Some people don't like the M&P triggers, but these are better than stock Glocks. That's a fact. and I own a lot of Glocks. Here I'll give you a close-up, but I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with it focusing because I got it propped up on random stuff on the table over there, and it's touching the screen and is not focusing. So the sights are actually co-witness. The optic is well zeroed, and you see the ports there, of course 9mm, kind of a cheap red dot, in my opinion. Smith & Wesson. This is back when they were in Springfield, Massachusetts. I believe they moved to Tennessee, if I'm not mistaken. The texture is actually pretty nice. It's smooth up here, but there's kind of a spot for your thumb to go, so you don't have to set it on the slide lock and hold the slide lock down so it won't lock back. But good texture on it, and again, probably about a 4-inch barrel, so you get good velocity. The carry ammunition is Hornady FTX 115 grain. So it's a pretty light projectile coming out of a 4-inch. I'm guessing it's doing at least 1150, if not 1175, I would say in between there. 1150, 1175, so pretty good. Hornady is known for making good ammunition, so it definitely will expand properly. And again, fits my hand perfectly on the end. I did forget to show you the trigger pull. So you have, it's got that trigger safety that MMPs have, so if you just pull the top, it won't shoot. So the play is actually not too bad. And again, the brake is like 5 pounds, maybe 4. It's actually pretty nice.